Are you ready to get the Hydrafacial glow? Loved in 87 countries across the world. It's not a facial, it's a Hydrafacial. Now available across the UK. Visit hydrafacial.co.uk to find your nearest location.
Hello everyone, and before we start the show, we have a very exciting announcement.
Yes, we the Cosmetic Detectives are going to be hosting Ask the Experts at Beauty Uncovered Live.
You'll be able to see us in the flesh on the 8th of May at the Business Design Centre in London.
We have the wonderful event manager with us, Courtney. What can we expect from the event?
Hello, we are so excited to welcome the Beauty Angels to our first ever Beauty Uncovered Live event, which is going to be an aesthetics wonderland taking over the Business Design Centre in Islington on the 7th and 8th of May. What can you expect? Well, we will have top celebrity doctors like Dr. Tapan Patel, who was on the hit TV show 10 Years Younger in 10 Days, and he is bringing back his patients so we can hear from their patient journeys and their transformations. It'll be the first time they've been spoken to since the show, which is really exciting. We will have beauty editor Nadine Baggott hosting an expert Q&A with doctors like Nina Bao, who was on Body Fixers. If you're curious about injectable treatments and you're looking for lip fillers or under eye fillers, perhaps a full face rejuvenation, then all of those questions can be answered within the treatment stage. If you have questions on acne or pigmentation, breast surgery, body contouring, hair restoration, any of these questions can be asked at the Ask the Expert stage, and the Beauty Angels will be helping get them answered with the top doctors within their field. If you are looking for brands, then you can get free hydrofacial treatments. There are free skin aid drinks at the Collagen Bar, and lots of other face and body treatments taking place on exhibitor stands, as well as free products within the goodie bag available for all tickets. But if you do get a VIP ticket, then there's a DJ, free hair and makeup, so you can get treatments all day long and get free hair and makeup at the end, as well as a nice glass of champagne. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, come down 7th and 8th of May, the Business Design Centre. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much, Courtney. And we have a gift for all our wonderful viewers. We're giving away 100 free tickets.
We certainly are. And to claim your free ticket, head to the Beauty Uncovered Live website. Go to purchase a ticket and enter Beauty Angels at the checkout.
Make sure to get in quick, as it's first come, first served.
And if 100 free tickets wasn't enough, we're going to select 4 tickets at random and upgrade them to VIP.
This includes a free glass of champagne, free skin aid, free hydrofacial treatment, goodie bag worth £300, and access to the VIP lounge and free hair and makeup.
We can't wait to see you there. Now, let's get on with the show. Hello. Everyone. This is episode 17, I think.
Is it? My
Yes.
Goodness me, we've been going around like lunatics, haven't we? Trying
We have. We've given out so much information, but if you want to carry on hearing us and hearing all the great information, then please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Yes, and like and subscribe to us on YouTube. So, Linda, exciting things. I don't know if it happens to you. I'm sure it does. It happens to everybody. That when you really, really like some makeup and then they discontinue it.
Oh, always. It's always your favourite colour or your favourite eyeshadow, and it goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And even if they replace it, it's not the same.
No, it isn't the same. So what has happened is that my favourite mascara, I was always going on about my Bourjois clubbing mascara because I've used it for years. I've stopped making it. Just thought, I'm going to try something else. So because of you, because I'm inspired by number 7, I wandered into Boots and I bought this mascara. It's a red Boots mascara, and then I bought a green one. And they are fantastic. I don't know if you can see my eyelashes. Can you see how nice they are?
So what is better about them than the bourgeois one then?
Well, they're just different. They're just really lovely. Just really enjoy them. But also have found this one. This was sent to me. It's Nancy Sorrell's range. And this is another extending mascara, which is really good. You just put the first one on for about a minute, leave it to dry, and then put more on, and that's also great. So I've been using all of those. What's your latest thing, Linda? Have you found anything else?
No, but you're right with the mascara. I always put a thin coat on and separate all my lashes, and it doesn't look, can't really see it. And then I do my foundation, and I go back to my eyelashes and put the second coat, and then I'll do something else on my face, and then I'll go back and keep building it up. And that's the way to get it thick, and so that the eyelashes show a lot, but not clumpy. They stay apart. But you've got a couple of number 7 mascaras, I know, but I put you onto the number 7 Flawless Finish Foundation. Well, they have a new one now, and it's called Restore and Renew. It's got collagen in it. It's got pro-retinol in it, vitamin C, amino acids, vitamin E, ginseng in there. So it's really good for your skin as well. The ginseng firms up your skin and makes your skin look really tight and young and firm and beautiful like mine.
Oh, lovely.
And it's also got SPF 30 in there as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what the shade is, Debbie, but they do a big range of colours, so I'm sure there'll be something to match everybody's skin.
Oh, love to have it. Now, do you remember I've always been going on about the Eborian stuff?
Yeah.
Lovely foundation, which I really like. And every sort of the last few weeks, I've been noticing my daughter looks really good. And I said, what have you got on? She went, oh, I've got the new Eborian. Now this is different because this is a foundation as opposed to that, which is that's a CC cream. This is a BB cream. Also got an SPF of 30 in it, but it's thicker and I don't know if you can see, it's really, really glowy. When I wear it on my skin, I haven't got anything glowy on my skin, and this makes it glow, doesn't it? It hasn't got anything nasty in it either. It's really nice, but I use it because it's quite thick. I use it with a moisturizer, and again, it's a new moisturizer by ARC. Age and Beauty, Age Delay this is. Now, ARC are a very interesting company because they do products for 20s, 30s and 50s upwards. So, and that makes so much sense to me because when you're younger, you don't need the same things in your skin as when you're older. No. So I use that with a bit of this moisturizer. It's a really interesting range. So I use those together and my skin has been really glowy, really nice. It's also got a night cream in it, which I'm very weird about using, but I like the night cream as well. I just like their products.
But talking about our kids and how fantastic they look, Lucy's discovered this new skincare range. It's called Skin and Me, and it's actually got For Lucy written on it there. Oh, and it's bespoke for you. You fill out all the forms. It gives you loads of questions about your skin and everything, and it's kind of like 3 or 4 products in one because you cleanse your face, you use this, and then your moisturizer, and you go to sleep. And they send it every month, and it's got kind of like a measure on it there. So you twist it and it will give you exactly the right amount for your skin for each night. And her skin has been fantastic since she's used it. She's really pleased with it.
Is it expensive, Linda?
No, I don't think it is. I think it works out about £25 a month.
Yeah. If you think that is expensive, that's it's £5 a week or whatever.
No, and it's got as I say, it's absolutely bespoke for you. They replace it. It's like a serum, and it replaces your serum, and all your active ingredients are all in there. So she's really hooked on it, and for her to like something is a big deal. Body Shop have got this spray. I know the summer's coming, and it's a cooling spray with vitamin E, and you just simply mist your face, and it's fantastic. I'm probably all greasy and shiny now, but it's fantastic. It smells great. So if you're out and you're feeling dehydrated and you're in the sun or whatever, it's not obviously got no SPF in it, but just to cool yourself down and give yourself a boost of vitamin E is fantastic.
Yeah. So what we have to tell everybody is when you are in the sun, and even when you're not in the sun, you should always use an SPF all the time. It's really, really important.
I went to the Janet Rager, underwear.
Yes, and you didn't invite me. I
got invited, but they invited me anyway. And they've got perfumes out now, and it's absolutely, look at that bottle. It's so beautiful. And it smells divine. So I think she's going to do really well. She does candles and diffusers, but the perfume smells lovely as well. Have you got anything else?
Yes, I do. Nancy Sorrell's brand. Look at this. Look how pretty that is.
What is it? A lipstick?
A lip gloss.
Oh, that looks exactly my colour.
But they've got them in lovely pinks. This is a natural one, isn't it? Lovely.
That's really, really nice.
It's really nice. But I love these blingy blingy lip glosses. I think they're just so fab and so pretty. They've also got, Linda, which I have never ever found one that works for me before. They've got an eyeliner in a form of a pen, you know, like a felt tip
Oh, I
pen.
use them all the time.
I don't like them, you see, but this one I really like them.
The best one ever, this one. And it's Maybelline, this one.
Maybelline. Well, this is the
Maybelline.
one as well with Nancy Sarah's company. Look.
Yeah, that's a nib. Yeah, they're fantastic. I just love this because it stays on all day.
Yeah. Well,
without
I've just discovered it, really. So I've really enjoyed that.
And lastly, I've got, I wanted a little compact for my handbag with a mirror in it. And I just stumbled across a number 7. This is a hydrating illuminating, I don't know, precise powder. But it's got lots of good things in it as well. And it's really lovely. It doesn't change the colour of your foundation. I just brush it all over. And it's got a lovely little mirror that I can put in my handbag. Have you had any treatments lately, Debbie?
Well, yes, I've been having a few. I've been having the BBLs, you know, the broadband light or bounce back loans, I call it, with Lee Garrett from the Cosmetic Skin Clinics. I've also had the Morpheus 8 and the Ultherapy together. And yes, I do see a difference. I mean, again, perhaps it's not the foundation, perhaps it's just my skin that's glowing.
Yeah, no, I do think every little helps, doesn't it, as they say in Tesco's. But he's got 25 years of experience, so he should know what he's talking about. And earlier this week we spoke to Lee, so Lee Garrett's here now. Well, welcome, Lee. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Morning.
Both Debbie and I have had the Morpheus 8, which I know you're an expert in, and we've seen some great results. My skin just, I think I had it about 3 months ago, just feels firmer, softer, a better flora to it, smaller pores. I'm absolutely thrilled with the results.
How did you find the treatment, Linda?
I won't say it was the most pleasant thing I've ever had done. I don't think I'd have coped if I hadn't had the numbing cream, but it was bearable. And, like anything, no pain, no gain. The results have been so worth it, worth any discomfort. And I would say it's only a little bit of discomfort. I wouldn't say that it was painful. You didn't feel any pain at all, did you, Deb?
Well, no, because I had what treatment did I have before, Lee? Can you remember I had 2 lots together?
Therapy and the Morpheus together.
Yeah. Now, can you tell us why I had those 2 together?
Because you're greedy.
Because you're greedy, yeah. No, because we're trialing a new combination. We like to do things in combinations at Cosmetic Skin Clinic. It's I think it's a must really for all clinics. That a standalone treatment is good, but I think that if you do combination therapy, you get the ultimate result. So the Ultherapy, what that does is we can actually see under the skin, so we can see the important structures where we want to sort of tighten and lift, and that is that particular sort of tissue is called the SMATs. And it's a little muscle layer that sits underneath the cheek here and underneath the neck, yep. And we sort of put all these little heat spots underneath. They're called thermocoagulated heat spots, and that's from the Ultherapy. So it doesn't break the skin or anything. It just causes these heat spots there, and it tightens it up. It's like putting a hamburger on a grill, and you see that hamburger shrink. It's what it does to that SMAT, and it lifts it up really nicely and gives you some collagen remodeling. So with the Morpheus, then what we do on top of that, because the Ultherapy goes very deep into the skin, we then want to go a bit more superficial in the tissue into the fatty layer of the skin, which is the adipose tissue, and we want to coagulate it. And what we do with the Morpheus is that the needles go into the skin, and because of the topical anaesthetic, it's a little bit ouchy, but it's not too bad. And then once the needles are in the depth that we want it to be, it then releases this radio frequency. And it causes the tissue, the fatty tissue, just to sort of bubble, if you like. And then that causes a contraction again. And then you get more collagen and sort of tightening in that tissue. So it's really good. It's a good combination treatment.
I've had them both. I really do see a difference. I don't know if you can, Linda. My skin is really, really good. It's very, very glowy as well.
Yeah, it's flawless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flawless.
Yeah. It gives it like a dewy effect, doesn't it, to the skin?
Yeah.
But that sort of trauma that it causes, how long after does your body keep making the collagen?
Well, yeah, it keeps going on. So we know that there's studies been done with, especially with all therapies, that we say after someone's had treatment, that you can sort of see the results about sort of at 12 weeks. But all therapy keeps giving, so it goes up to about 9 months where you can start still developing your collagen. And the same for Morpheus as well. It's the same thing. Once we've created that injury and that burn underneath the tissue, you get that residual healing for about 12 weeks, but then you get a continuation of that happening. And then so you get to your peak where you've got the results. So we say, like, let's say 3 months. And then we want to keep you at that peak. Okay, so we want to keep you there, up there, and looking really good. So we say, like, have 1 treatment a year, and then once you've had your course of treatments, then do 1 session a year, and you'll maintain the results.
It's brilliant, because I think, when people talk about having facelifts, for example, to have a surgery option, I mean, that's all well and good, but that doesn't do anything for your skin. Whereas I think the thing that makes you look younger is not being tighter, it's being glowier, it's having good skin, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, and it's quite right what you're saying there. It's so crepey skin. When you have plastic surgery, I was talking to a plastic surgeon the other day, and it's they can lift loose skin up, okay, and they can reposition the muscles, but on the actual surface of the skin, that's still crepey. So we need things like therapy, we need things like Morpheus 8, and also we need things like BBL as well to really sharpen the complexion and really home into where people have got telangiectasia, that little red veins, pigmentation, and still keep that skin activated by stimulating.
Because Breeding Guts here, I've had it all, haven't I?
Yeah, you have to just explain to our viewers exactly what BBL is.
So BBL, so broadband light. Some people think it's Brazilian butt lift, but it's not. It's broad. It's broad.
And it's not.
He wants one of those as well.
It's not a bounce back loan, is it? As well.
No, it's not a bounce back loan. No. It's so it's a broadband light. So I would say that it's a stronger version of intense pulse light. It's visible light that we walk around in outside. Okay, so when you see a rainbow, you see those colours like yellows and the oranges and the sort of purpley sort of colours. That is what's in broadband light. And what it is it's these lights that have had all the radiation taken out of them, so the UVA and the UVB. And then we put in these little cutoff filters, and we can filter all the way down from 460 nanometers. So that means like a purple light, all the way up to infrared. So that means that we can get a lot of the colors in the skin. So we can treat acne, rosacea, we can treat the little thread veins, and then pigmentation, and then also tightening the skin. So it's a fabulous treatment, and you can treat the whole body.
But with BBL as well, there is it went through they did all of these trials, didn't they, and found that that the people's skin that they did it on was exactly the same as it was 10 or better than 10 years before.
That's right. So they had a sort of cohort of patients where, say for example, they were 62 years of age. They all had 3 treatments, okay, 1 every 4 weeks, and then they continued to have treatments 1 every 3 months for 10 years. So at the age of 72, they had their before photographs taken, and they had their end photographs taken, and they photographed much better at 72 than they did at 62.
Wow.
But not only that, but they also took biopsies of their skin at the beginning, and then biopsies again at the end, and they found that their skin expression was actually mimicking youthful skin cells, which was incredible.
So it's not just visual; it's actually happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's actually happening.
Because I haven't had it done yet, but I've got a few little brown marks here, and I'm starting to get them on my forehead a little bit. So should it improve the look of those marks?
It will get rid of them, and what it'll do is it'll improve all the skin quality. And I think the most important, what I need to say to the viewers as well, is that
I'm excited. Sorry.
We're now coming into sort of like the sunshine months, so spring's here nearly, and what the most thing about broadband light is that it's important that people stay out the sun before they have treatment. So 4 weeks before, so if they've had a suntan, then we have to wait 4 weeks before we can do a patch test and treat them, and that's really important. And once they've had their pigmentation treated, it's important that they understand that if they do go back into the sun again, it will come back. So that's why with the program, what we do is that we give them their course of treatments, and then we say to them, come back every quarter for a top up, and that gets rid of them again. So it's just like, it's like a circle all the time. Unless you're going to really stay out in the sun altogether, then, you know, it's fine.
Oh, I better wait till October then.
And the other thing is, Lee, that I find very interesting, and please explain to me why this is. Perhaps I'm being a bit blonde and stupid. Obviously, she's a brunette and she's intelligent. That's the nicest thing I'm going to say.
Well, you're probably a brunette underneath all that dye.
No, I'm not. I'm a white. I'm a silver fox.
Oh,
A silver fox.
aren't we all?
But why can't you have fake tan on your face either?
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's a really good question. So there are many fake tans on the market that try to, well, one, they stain the skin, so it's actually staining it a browny colour. And there are some clever fake tan systems on the market where they trick the skin in to say that the sun is beating down on the skin. So what happens is when you step outside in the sun, you have a protection mechanism in your body, so it triggers you to get melanin to be released, and that comes up to surface, which is your tan, and that protects all your organs. Okay, so what these fake suntans do is that they mimic this expression, and when the patients come in to have treatment, if they forget to tell us, or they say that they haven't got this on, and they have a treatment, then they'll burn, because what will happen is that the machine will think this is the lesion that needs to be taken off. So all of that energy is going to be focused into that brown skin, and then it's going to burn it. So that's why it's really important that we really, really screen our patients.
And Lisa, what happens the other way round if you wear it after you've had your treatment?
That's okay. So you can wear it after you've had treatment. The only thing I say about that is if you're having your course of treatments, then I'd say refrain from having it done. Say, like, your course of treatment is going to take sort of between, let's say, 6 weeks to 12 weeks. Okay. So after your 12-week or 6-week session, then you can apply it. The only problem is, I would say, that if you're having a treatment for pigmentation, is that it can reignite the pigmentation again, and the fake tan can collect in where we just removed the pigmentation.
And is BBL as dramatic as having a laser treatment?
Do you know, I would say, Linda, that it's pretty good.
I think it's really, really light. It is light. It's never. I mean, I've had it done 2 or 3 times with you, Lee, and it's really, really light and easy. And Lee is wonderful and very gentle. But the treatment itself is also very. You know, it's you just see, all you do is see light, and it's sort of a little bit hot, but nothing else.
I think that the differences are between the laser and the BBL is that the BBL does go very deep into the skin. The light goes very deep without doing any damage, without breaking the skin. When you're having a laser, you can tune it to how much you want to take off. And in our practice, you can only take off around about sort of like 500 microns, which is probably 0.5 millimeter. Because otherwise, the patient needs to go under general anaesthetic.
Might be a nice thing to do.
Or gin and tonic.
But tell me, Lee, do you think that people are opting for the non-surgical aesthetic stuff now rather than going under the knife?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we did see an upward trend in people going under the knife coming out of COVID. I think a lot of people decided that they wanted to. So many patients came and said, oh, you know, they are going to have a face, or they're going to have an eye lift and so on. Yes, I think people are coming back down to earth now. They're looking, they don't want to have invasive treatment. They want to have more sort of non-invasive now.
Because you do the dermal fillers, like you can change your nose and your cheek and your jawline.
Could you change Linda's face completely, please? It would really help.
Shut your face. No, I had dermal fillers here and I couldn't believe the difference. It just lifted my brow and if somebody said, have you had fillers? The last place I think you'd be putting it is up here.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just...
I've spent 18 years of my life sculpting faces, which I really enjoy. It's my passion. I love doing it. And we inject all over the face. There isn't anywhere you can't inject. So, you know, and it's, we don't change people's looks, but we enhance them. So we make them look the best that they possibly can, and that's what we do with the dermal fillers.
And you kind of put back fat where you've lost
Absolutely.
it through age. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
And
great thing is now it looks so natural, whereas before, years and years ago, it didn't look so natural.
No.
And especially with the lips, because I always said, like, you know, I'll never ever 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 have my lips done.
Yeah.
And Lee has given me these.
Yes.
You see,
And
and they don't look unnatural, which is brilliant. But it was one of those things. I think everybody was very frightened about ending up with a trout pouch because of so many things. But that was never done through licensed practitioners. All of those, they were usually done by people who sort of on the side, weren't they? So that's why it's so important to go to proper people.
Yeah, and sadly, and still today, that it seems to be even more so that there are more unlicensed practitioners coming into this industry because it's unregulated. So, you know, it's really important that, you know, your viewers do their research and ask the practitioners, you know, what are you? How long have you been doing this for? And, you know, that is really important because there are people, and I still see them today, that have come in and they've had terrible work done, and we have to undo it for them.
And it's very weird, isn't it, that you need to have, you know, a certificate to wax somebody's legs. You need, you know, experience to do all of these beauty, you know, ordinary beauty treatments. And yet anybody, Linda or I, could actually go and get a certificate for injecting Botox tomorrow. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and what they don't see is that, you know, if it goes wrong, how will they know how to correct it? So they don't have the medical background to do that.
No.
And it's
And
that's the frightening thing, really.
And do you find that more male patients are coming in now?
Well, I come from a background of where my clinic was, I'd say about 80% male patients.
Oh, really?
And over the 18 years, it's kind of changed slightly. It's kind of gone sort of like now 60-40, 60% women, 40% male patients now. It's because when I look at faces, I can tell the difference on how to create a feminine look or a masculine look with the dermal fillers, and that's a skill that you can't really sort of just pick up. You've got to really learn it and study it. So
it's absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, come back and see us soon, Lee. Oh, we'll see you. We'll see you soon. Linda will be there, and I think I'll see you next week.
I don't know. I'm going to have to wait for my BBL, I think, because I'm going away and I'm going to be in the sun. And as the minute the sun comes out, I'm out in the garden. So perhaps I'll have to wait till the winter months.
Yeah, when are you going?
Well, in May. I'm going to Vegas. But I have been sitting in the sun even when it's like this, even when it's freezing. I can't help myself.
Yeah, so you'll be a patient that I would say definitely autumn start thinking about. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well, lovely. Thank you so much. The
treatments have been amazing, and thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. Thank you for coming to join us.
I'll see you too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So he's fantastic, isn't he? But I mean, my treatment of Morpheus 8 is actually finished now, and I'm so pleased with the results. And each week I can feel my skin getting tighter and firmer, and the pores have disappeared. Some of the lines have disappeared, and I've been to the cosmetic skin clinic to have my before and after pictures taken, and they zoomed in really close on this eye. And all around here, honestly, the lines have just gone. It's amazing.
Wow. Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm going to have my before and afters done next week, but I've only had one Morpheus 8 because I had the Ultherapy before it. So I don't know if I'm going to have another treatment, but we will find out tomorrow. Yeah, I noticed my pores. I also noticed my skin tone is very good as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, on my decolletage, it's still a work in progress. But you've had Profhilo, haven't you? You've had Profhilo?
I've had Profhilo, yes. 2 treatments of Profhilo.
Where?
They did it mainly here and here, and it just plumps the skin up. And again, it increases your natural way of making the collagen to your skin. Yeah, so I'm not actually sure what it is, but I know it's not filler. They're not putting filler into your face, but they're putting something in there that plumps up the skin and increases your own natural production of collagen. So
yeah, I think I really do it on my décolletage. Somebody actually said that to me the other day because it's still really wrinkly.
I've never noticed your wrinkly neck, but apparently with all the red carpets and the Emmys and the Grammys and everything else going on, people have the Profilo in their hands, in their chest, in their face, because it does have an instant. I would say if you had a really, really special event like a wedding or something like that, if you had that 2 weeks before, honestly, I look so young just straight after, you know, like a week or so after the sort of pinpricks have gone and the swelling's gone. It honestly, it really, really is fantastic. And you do get kind of a really instant result, but it carries on as your body makes the collagen. So he reckons you should have it once a year.
It was very interesting because recently Jane Seymour said that she hadn't had any treatment. Did you read that? She said, I had nothing done except my boobs and I had my eyes done. So what does that mean? She's had nothing done but her boobs and her eyes. And Joan Collins then came on and said that she's never had any cosmetic surgery. So believe what you will, but why do people make a big thing of denying it?
I don't know. I think it just makes everybody else feel very bad and inadequate, because if you think that an 80-year-old plus Joan is, if you think she looks like that and she's had nothing done, well, nature's been very, very kind to her. But I do think it's not nice to not admit to having things done. You know, what have we? I've had filler here. I've had Profilo. I've had the old therapy. No, I haven't had old therapy. I want old therapy on my face. I had the Morpheus 8, which the Morpheus 8 is probably the most invasive thing I've ever had done. But it's been worth it, really worth it. You know, because I feel like you're doing something to your skin that's kind of natural in a way, because it's your own body that's making the collagen and making you look younger.
Yeah, so according, perhaps Joan has had all of these and Jane Seymour, but they don't call it, you know, aesthetic work is not cosmetic surgery. Perhaps they haven't had the full facelift. But if you do look carefully at pictures of Joan Collins, I always think that her face is tighter now than it was 20 years ago. So I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, bigger bulldog clip at the back of her head.
Yeah, possibly. Oh my God, when you think about that, because that's what they used to do, didn't they? In the movies, they used to pull some part of your hair up, didn't they? Like that. I mean, it does work.
I've done it. I've done it where I've worn wigs in a show, and you take two bits of hair here. I've shown you this before, and you wrap them around each other on your hair, on the head, and then you put your wig on, and you look really young. But I remember I worked with an actress once, and I thought, what is she doing? And she stuck a big tape here with a bit of string that went over her head, and a big tape there. And I'm going back to the early 80s, before you could get these things from Japan you stick on your face, these stickers.
Do you remember Fenella Fielding? I remember once
that was her.
It was her. Because I remember once working with her, and she had a big plaster between her eyebrows, and I thought she must have fallen and hurt herself. I said, what's happened? Are you okay? She said, oh, darling, it's just to stop me frowning, my frown lines.
It was her. We would give us a clue back in God knows when.
Can you imagine though, you meet somebody that night and you're in passionate moment, and then your wig falls off and they see this thing around your head.
Yeah, your wig falls off, your hair's thinning. You know, you take your padded bra off, you got no boobs. You take your Spanx off and your stomach falls out.
Sounds like a night at my house, really, just every day.
Well, it's been great fun talking to you again, Debbie, and to talking to you all out there.
Yeah, she's the thing is that Linda's been nice to me this week.
I know what's going on.
Yeah,
we did have a nice laugh, didn't we? That's why I feel bad being rotten to you now. But we hit over 1 million, didn't we?
Yeah, we're over 1 million views, which is fantastic, and we've got quite a lot of exciting things going on.
Yeah, so we're going to be at the Beauty Uncovered Live, aren't we? You can see us in person. They can see your wrinkly chest in person.
Thank you. You'll see mine before, actually, but there again, this is now getting quite rude. You won't see my wrinkly chest before, because I'm now going to cover it up. But anyway, darling, we will be there because the cosmetic detectives, Linda and I, will be asking surgeons and great aesthetic surgeons about certain questions. So if you want to know anything about anything, ask us some questions and we can put it to these fantastic experts when we're actually there. So it's going to be great. Now, if you keep following our Instagram, you will see more details about this, but it's in Islington, the 8th of May on the Business Design Centre, and it's fabulous there. And it's Beauty Uncovered, and we're going to uncover loads of secrets, and there'll be lots and lots of stands and lots of information. It's going to be a really great day out.
It is. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to asking lots of in-depth questions about all the things that you can have, all the treatments. I think they're doing treatments there on the day as well.
Yeah, and you might be able to have one. So if I was you, I'd get along there fast.
Yes.
So anyway, we will see you in a few weeks' time. In the meantime, we're going to be having more treatments. I don't know how my body is coping with them, actually, my face, my body, my arms, my legs, but we will keep you informed of the best treatments and also the most economical thing, and anything that you've got to tell us about, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram at the.beautyangels, and get along there to Islington on the 8th of May.
Yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube. And we're getting more and more followers all the time. So it's really brilliant. And we love you guys. So thank you for liking us. And yeah, for being part of the Beauty Angels journey. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Beauty Angels.